The overall learning of phonics is generally divided into three main sections. The first part is the 26 letter sounds, which are the pronunciation of each letter. The second part is about one vowel and two vowel words. The third part is special sounds. Learning the pronunciation of the 26 letters is important because traditional teaching used to focus only on the names of the letters, such as A, B, C, D, which are their names. However, each letter has its own sound, so children need to master these sounds in order to spell words. In the past, spelling words involved combining the letters, such as name, being spelled as letter N, A, M, E. With 26 letters, millions of words can be formed. This poses a challenge because changing the order of any letter changes the pronunciation and meaning of the word. The inefficiency of traditional teaching methods lies in this aspect. Phonics was invented. If you master these sounds, even with millions of words, they can't do without the pronunciation of these 26 letters. Each letter is assigned a sound. This way, no matter what word you encounter, you know that among these 26 letters, the pronunciation of 21 consonants remains essentially unchanged, and only the 5 vowel letters vary. This improves the efficiency of spelling and reading words. The second part is what I mentioned earlier, one vowel and two vowel sounds. The reason why they are listed separately instead of being included in the special sounds is that 99% of words have vowels. The presence of a vowel and its quantity, as well as its position within a word, can change the pronunciation and meaning of the entire word. Vowels play a crucial role in English. They are essential for correct pronunciation, and if you don't know the specific pronunciation of vowels, you will have trouble pronouncing the special sounds. For example, when there is a single vowel in a word, which means there is only one vowel letter in the word, we often refer to it as one vowel. It often has two types of sounds, short sounds and long sounds. Short sounds include A, E, I, O, U, and we also call them the inherent letter sounds because the pronunciation of the letter itself is the same as its sound. These 5 vowel letters, regardless of their short or long sounds, fundamentally determine the pronunciation of special sounds. If these 5 vowels long and short sounds are not pronounced correctly, other sounds like or will also be pronounced incorrectly because they are derived from these 5 vowels. Even American textbooks and domestic teaching materials are divided into 3 main modules, and they start by training the pronunciation of the 5 vowel letters. The first reason is that these 5 letters are quick to learn, and the second reason is their importance. In English, they account for 50% of the language. However, the only problem is that regardless of the teaching materials used, they all teach the short sounds of the 5 vowel letters first, then the long sounds, and finally the special sounds. In this learning process, I think they don't emphasize enough on the short and long sounds. In other words, if a child doesn't grasp the short and long vowel sounds well, their understanding of the special sounds will be even worse. This is similar to a child having a poor foundation in walking, which makes it easy for them to stumble when running. To make them run faster, they must have a steady walking foundation and strengthen their muscles. Therefore, in Budding Bean Phonics, we provide training for 30 units in the short sound section. Normally, there are only 5 units, with 1 unit for each vowel letter, but we have 30 units. The main purpose of training with 30 units is to strengthen the understanding of the 5 vowel letters and ensure that their pronunciation remains firmly ingrained. The most challenging aspect of learning phonics is that children tend to forget the pronunciations, and when multiple sounds are combined, it becomes confusing as to who is producing what sound. So our first step is to establish a very consistent standard for their pronunciation through this training. The second step is to ensure that they remember the pronunciation of these 5 vowel letters because they need to learn blending during the process. For children under 6 years old who haven't learned phonics, it is difficult for them to understand that bad consists of B, A, D. They don't have the concept of sounds, so they often struggle. Therefore, if they haven't learned phonics, they won't be able to spell the word correctly. To make sure that children are consciously aware of how to blend B, A, D to form bad, we provide 30 units of training. The reason for such a large number of units is to reduce the teacher's workload. If we have fewer units, it means that teachers have to consciously tell the children how to pronounce each sound. But if we have more units, children will learn unconsciously because each unit is trained in this way, and teachers don't have to deliberately explain that B, A, D should be pronounced as bad, which significantly reduces their workload.